going on, guys? Liam here, and today we're going over round 7 team list. Team list Tuesday. How good. We had footy yesterday. Today we got team lists out. Absolutely love it. As a fan, it's awesome. If you had a team with some injuries, maybe not so good. So we'll be going over who's in, who's out, and it's pretty important to always check team lists before you obviously put your tips in or any multis and head-to-head sort of punch you're looking at doing. So let's get into it real quick. Let's actually just go through who's playing who first. So we've got, it's a crazy round, and drop in the comments who you think's going to win these games. We've got Dolphins, Rabbitohs, Sharkies, Roosters, Seagulls, Storm, Warriors, Cowboys. Can't wait for that one. Knights, Panthers, Gold Coast, Broncos, Raiders, Dragons, Eels, Bulldogs, and the Tigers. The Tigers are going to get their first 2 points of the year. Hell yeah, man! I feel sorry. Everyone's piling on the Tigers. I want them to win games, man. This is not good. This is not good. Poor old Tigers. All right, so we've got Dolphins, Rabbitohs. When I saw this was a matchup this week, I was like, Rabbitohs are going to pump them, but now they miss. We'll go over it. I don't give my tips in these videos either, guys. I do Team List Tuesdays tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date. Tomorrow's the where I'll do all my who I think is going to win head to head and possible punts I'm thinking about putting down. Then obviously a recap on the Sunday after football's wrapped up for the weekend too. So a few changes here, guys. So Jared Wallace out, though I think they might be happy there. He was atrocious the last 2 weekends. Jesse Bromwich back. Ray Stone named a prop. However, I think Essie will come in. He was enormous last weekend. He was really good. It was. Damn, I was so surprised with how powerful he was. He's a force, that dude. So Jared Wallace out, Jesse back. Where I'm a little bit concerned about the Rabbitohs is, though, their middles. I mean, damn old Tavita's out. That should be red, sorry. Totola's out. He's been so good. He's had some dramas this year, man. So many injuries and head knocks. I think he got knocked out on his first hit up of the year, and then he's had a few knee issues since, so a bit of a bummer. However, they do get Jai Arrow back and Alex Johnson, the try-scoring machine. Jai Arrow's named at 8. He's definitely not a prop. So I was thinking that the Bunnies might be able to just go through the Dolphins here, but I'm not too sure anymore. If Essie does start, I mean, I actually like this front row better than this one, but we'll have to wait and see. It's going to be a good game anyway. Really good test for both teams. I keep betting against the Dolphins and keep losing, man, and more power to them. It's really good for rugby league to see them doing well. I tipped them to not do well this year, but I'm so glad I'm wrong. It's been really good to watch. All right, Sharkies, Roosters. Man, this is going to be a cracker. Absolutely cannot wait for this. A few outs here. So Finucane, Stone Street, and Toby Rudolph as well. Fletcher Baker out for the Roosters. However, they do get Tedesco and Matt Lodge back. That's huge, absolutely huge. And Momorowski, but he's only named on the reserves. A few outs for obviously Sharkies too, and I was like, oh, that's a bit rough missing these good players. And then I was like, McInnes comes in and Royce Hunt comes in. I'm like, geez, I don't really miss much there. That's still a great team, and geez, I'm because Roosters have been so good for the last 4 or 5, 6 years, automatically my head went straight to the Roosters. But I'm like, damn, I'm really thinking about tipping the Sharkies here. I'll leave it till tomorrow. I'll sleep on it. But damn, the Sharkies, man, not perfect, but damn, they've got a damn good team. And I'm really excited for this game. I think it's going to be a cracker. Is this Friday night? Yeah, Friday night. Hell yeah, let's do it. Get some whiskies ready for that one. All right, Seagulls, Storm. Oh, man, poor old both teams. All right, so Munster's come back to fullback. So Nick Meaney's out. Bizzet's come in. He's pretty good, man. Like, I'd never heard of him. Apparently he's a young gun and all this sort of stuff. And, I was pretty impressed with him. He's pretty damn good. I love seeing Munster at fullback as well. I just love watching Munster play, to be honest. He's an absolute monster. So little bit of a Ruben Garrick out here and Carl Lawton too, so we'll have to wait and see. No crazy movement here, but movement nonetheless, and the old rivalry between these two should be a cracker, and that's Friday as well. Hell yeah, that's a good Friday night of footy. All right, let's go down. Warriors, Cowboys. This is a real good matchup for both. Warriors can really bounced back from last week, cement their spot in the 8, really, really shore up their spot in the 8, and Cowboys just need a win, man. They're way down the bottom of the ladder. Where are they? Cowboys, they're desperate for a win. When I first saw this come out and I saw it was in New Zealand, I was 100% leaning towards the Warriors. But Wade Egan out, he's been huge for them, and Tamari Martin out as well. So 2 parts of their spine out, never good. Neem's out, and also since I've seen that, Nanai's back, Tuolangi's back as well. So some pretty solid inclusions for the Cowboys. But then I saw Dylan Walker coming in at 6. I mean, I don't mind it. He'll do a job there. Freddie Lussick in at 9. Don't mind either. So, man, I'd love to see who you guys think's going to win this one. I think the bookies have it pretty even. So let's have a quick look. $1.89 to $1.91. There you go. Pretty damn even. So we'll have to wait and see. But I'm got to sleep on this one too. I'm not too sure who I'm tipping in that game either. Ooh, Knights Panthers. This will be a good measuring stick game for them as well. Knights have been just exceeding expectations. Tyson Gamble back. Jaden Brayley's out. But that's a big inclusion. Tyson Gamble's actually been pretty solid. Doesn't doing what Gamble does. He gambles. He makes mistakes, but then he does some pretty cool things as well. Liam Martin, it says he's back, but he's listed in the reserves, so I don't think we'll see him. And obviously, why risk him? He's arguably the best two-way second rower in the game. He's bloody come on leaps and bounds. So we'll have to wait and see whether he gets named or not properly. But he's not. He's listed in the reserves at the moment. But might see a last-minute change here. What are the odds for that game actually? $1.26 to $3.90. That's probably about right. All right, next game. Ooh, local derby, Titans versus the Broncos. Foran back in. Corey Jensen. So Flegler's out. Corey Jensen comes in. He's been pretty good. I don't think he's quite on Flegler's level, but he's done a pretty good job. So we'll have to wait and see how he goes. Looking forward to this. Big Tino versus Payne Haas. Best Queensland prop versus the best New South Wales prop. Who's going to come home with the bickies? Toby Sexton obviously gets dropped with Foran coming back in. So I believe Flegler was just a HIA. So I think he'll just have the 11-day stand down. But we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Now, this is an important game for both teams here. If we look at the Raiders second last, even after a huge win over the weekend, beating the Broncos. But they need to start knocking over some wins if they want to start pushing up into this 8. And St George, I mean, again, sort of overachieving. Everyone had them down the bottom, but they've managed to jag a few wins, and they're sitting in 12th, which is probably better than what most people sort of had them. But we've got the Eels, Cowboys, and Raiders that are probably going to start chalking up some wins pretty soon. And obviously, we know Rabbitohs and Sharks and probably Seagulls as well will. So they could, if they don't keep this up, they could see themselves dropping down really quick as well. So it's actually a pretty big game for both these teams. I mean, if Raiders lose that, it's going to be very hard to start to make the 8 from here. Dragons could get swallowed here real quick if they don't continue to just win these 50-50 sort of games. All right, on to the next. Parramatta versus the Bulldogs. Poor old Bulldogs. Plenty of outs again. Harrison Edwards, Addo Carr. So yeah, quite a few outs. Braden Burns comes in, but they do have a few coming back. They've got Viliami coming back, Tavita Pangai Jr. coming back, and Mariner as well. So pretty important for them. So Pangai Jr. is coming straight in, going straight to prop. Don't really like him there. Mariner comes in at lock. Actually a huge fan of his. But I like both these guys on an edge. But I mean, you can only have so many edge guys, and Preston's been doing such a good job, and you can't take Viliami's spot. So I guess they're just sort of stuck with that at the moment, but we'll have to wait and see. Junior Paulo comes in as well, so that's obviously they've really needed him. I thought what's his name, this Wiramu Greg's been pretty damn solid. He's gone up a new level. Like I was like, oh man, they're going to get crushed through the middle. And look, he was no Junior Paulo, but I really thought he was really good. And I think now Brad Arthur can trust him to give Wiramu Greg more minutes and give Junior Paulo and RCG a little bit more of a break here and there if they need it. If they're up big or, you know what I mean, they can definitely chuck him in and be comfortable that he's at least going to hold up the middle a little bit and stuff like that. Dory comes back as well, but he's only listed in the reserves. I thought he was real good. So they've sort of, Parramatta's kept it the same. So kept their middle, RCG, Hodgson, Junior Paulo, Sean Lane, Bryce Cartwright. I thought Dory might have taken his spot. But yeah, what did he do? To be honest, with Ryan Madison at lock, I like Hopgood coming off the bench. He came on straight away. Some nice little offloads and stuff like that. So, but I thought the games that Dory played, he was good. So, Wonga Blake available as well, but left in the reserves. So, sticking with Sean Russell and Hayes Dunster. So, go figure. Looks like Wonga Blake might be on the outer there. That's it. Damn, all right, that's the last Sunday game. Damn, but that's going to be a cracking game. I can't wait for that one. Again, let's have a look at where they are on the ladder. I mean, Bulldogs are at similar spot to the Dragons. A few games doing good. Nothing wrong with where they sit. Even though it's 13th, it doesn't look great. You streak a few wins together and you're all of a sudden up in here again. But if with those outs and then like I said before, well, obviously if Eels beat you, they're going to jump you. Better for and against and stuff. Cowboys and Raiders start winning, chalking up a few games while you got injuries and stuff like that. They could drop way down here as well. Because I dare say we're going to see these three teams at least start winning a lot of games. So if you're the Bulldogs, Dragons, and stuff like that, you don't have to win every game, but you can't go on a losing streak. And if they do, let's have a look who the Bulldogs have over the next few weeks. Actually. So, where are we? So we've got Eels. Here we go, sorry. So we've got Eels, Bulldogs, so 50 tough game. Then they've got Sharks the week after. Then this could be a really telling game. And then they've got the Raiders. So they're playing a lot of teams sort of around them. You know what I mean? That means that they can gap you really quickly as well. Sharks are only a few spots ahead. Dragons are just directly above them. Then they've got Raiders, which are below them. And then the Warriors, that was pretty damn solid. So yeah, Doggies got to be careful that they don't start dropping games. Otherwise, they could be in some trouble. They could be 15th, 16th, real quick. Probably not 17th, but yeah. So fingers crossed they can, keep this. I think they've been pretty good. You know what I mean? They've just been unlucky this, and then Addo Carr's that's just having that, knowing you got that speed on the edge. They've scored some 70, 80 metre tries from, Burton doing early kicks and just off a scrum plane, just spinning it wide early, and Addo Carr burns them. So if they lose that, they've lost that for 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah, could be in a little bit of trouble there, but we'll have to wait and see. What's the odds for this game actually? Parramatta 14, so $1.52.50. Yeah, that's a bit. Yeah, okay. There's a bit of value there for Para. A bit of value here as well. Like, they could definitely win this game. Parramatta have not been good. You know what I mean? The Parramatta have sort of looked better in their losses than their wins. It's a little bit strange, but we have to wait and see. That's all from me today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.